Darkcast Network, indie pods with a dark side.
Hey, I'm Gina.
And I'm Amber.
And we're here to bring you the Weird True Crime Podcast, where we cover true crime cases that will leave you asking yourself, did that really happen?
We'll dive into questionable cases throughout history that are solved, unsolved, or just plain unbelievable.
We'll also talk about the quirkier side of true crime in episodes we like to call What the F*** Wednesday.
So be sure to subscribe and listen on your favorite podcast service.
Hi, this is Kelly.
And this is Jenna.
And you're listening to ODFM.
This episode is One Dumbass from Murder, Part 1.
Part 1. We have so many dumbasses.
Yes. So many dumbasses. We're doing something a little different for our season 13 big finale. Because, yeah. Well, so we've tried to do like stories that had 13s in them and stuff, right? But we always come across these stories that are crazy, but they're not enough to make an episode out of. So sometimes we do mini episodes, but we decided for our big 13 finale to do 13 stories of dumbasses.
So many dumbasses. And it could have been like 4,000 stories of dumbasses.
Oh, I know. We just narrowed it down to 13, the first 13 we came across, right?
It's a goodie.
It's going to be good. So we each have a story. We have stories to share. We're going to go back and forth, but we think this is going to be pretty epic. So this is going to be a two-parter finale.
Yeah, because we got a lot of things to laugh at.
We do have a lot of things to laugh at.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, and we have a shout out to do too.
We do have a shout out. We have a new patron subscriber or Patreon or whatever it's called.
She's a new patron of Patreon.
Yes. She's a new patron of Patreon. That's it. Heather.
Yeah.
Heather, thank you. That's so awesome. We really appreciate you.
Thank you, Heather. Also, you're named after one of my favorite movies, Heathers.
Oh, yes. I'm
90s.
Sure that's what she was named after. I'm sure her mom was like, that was a really messed up movie. I should name my child after that. But it was a really good movie.
I loved it. Anyway,
it was
cool.
a really good movie.
What else was I going to mention? Oh, on our YouTube, we think one of the murderers may have replied to our story.
Mm-hmm.
Judith.
So we'll see.
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
So
we'll see.
Yeah, commenting on there.
Commenting. So that's kind of an interesting. That's new.
So if you want to go check that out.
Yeah, check out. Was it one? I think it's One Decade from Murder was the episode.
Yeah. And
it was
somebody else that was defending her too was talking.
Mm-hmm.
That was such a hard one.
Yeah, it really was. Mm-hmm. That's the one where I made Kelly cry. I felt
she did.
It wasn't
made me
supposed
cry.
to be. Sorry.
Hey, everybody says we laugh too much and all this shit. We're not laughing at the victims. It's when you start to relate to the victims, it gets really hard. So we try to keep it light.
Exactly. It's our defense mechanism.
Yeah. But we laugh a lot at the stupid dickheads that kill people. So
exactly. Because it's just some of it's just ridiculous. Like, are you serious? So
and stupid reasons.
We don't mean to offend anybody by all. And if you're offended, not only are we sorry, but please just don't listen then. Just we don't want
just know that we're not.
If this isn't your thing, that's okay. Yeah. Right.
It's you don't totally need to laugh with us. Yeah. Anyway.
Should we start with I have our first dumbass.
I cannot wait for the first dumbass. Who you got?
His name is Kenjuan McDaniel. Kenjuan. So it looks like Ken and Juan.
Oh.
Maybe it's just Kenjuan. I don't know. I don't know how to say his name. Okay.
I like the sound of the J in there. Kenjuan.
Right, the Kenjuan. Okay.
It adds to it. Okay.
So he's our first dumbass. Okay. Right, in September of 2021. 32-year-old Randall Wallace was gunned down in front of a Las Vegas apartment building after an argument was witnessed with 3 unidentified men. So 3 men were there and he was shot and killed.
He got killed. Okay.
And he got killed. So detectives really only had a couple of persons of interest, really, but not enough evidence to arrest anyone. There weren't any really good eyewitnesses further than that, right?
Probably no cameras right there.
Right, exactly. So, but then 2 years later, one of the detectives that had been working that case saw a YouTube video posted by one of those persons of interest, 25-year-old Ken Juan McDaniel.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Ken Juan, whatever his name is, he's a rapper who also goes by the Biggest Fin 4800. I don't know what the frick that's supposed to mean, but apparently that's his rapper name, which is even harder to say than his original name.
Right. So maybe Biggest Fin, maybe he thinks he's like a shark in the waters of rap.
I don't know the 4800. I don't get it, but he wrote a song called Fadee Free, Fadee, and then free, Fadee Free. And he created his own music video for it, and he uploaded it to YouTube. Right?
Sweet. I bet it's
and
quality.
The detective's like keeping an eye on this guy, right? He's, because he was a person of interest in a murder, right? So he's
and a lot of these people don't realize that cops also have computers which they can watch socials with, but you know.
Yeah, right. Yeah. In this video for this song, Ken Juan and two friends walk up to a group of men standing outside an apartment building.
Oh God.
Ken Juan gets into an argument with one of the men. That man's friends run off. So it's just Ken Juan and his two friends.
Oh, God.
The one guy. And
also, what kind of friends just run off on you when you're going to get
right? I thought that too. I was like, that's pretty shady. They're like, oh, this is getting heated. We're out of here.
You're on your own.
Wow. Rude. Yeah.
Yeah. Not good.
Because as soon as they ran, Ken Juan pulls a gun and shoots and kills the man in the video. In the video.
Wow. Right. Okay. It's the music video. It's not the real.
It's the music video, right?
Right. Okay.
But the Las Vegas police believed the video was essentially a murder confession. Because
it's a recreation.
The song lyrics, as well as the scene and some of Ken Juan's body movements during the video, they matched details to the actual crime scene. And
was he doing the Running Man?
I don't think so.
Like I saw this guy shoot someone and then he did the Running Man.
And then he did no, it was just like the way people were situated, where the gun was pointed, all that kind of stuff.
All right.
They matched up to details that were not publicly released.
Oh.
So this was not common knowledge, which is why they're like, this video looks very much like a reenactment of exactly what happened 2 years ago.
Okay, I'm going to put this on video.
They didn't have anybody. Have anybody. This was an unsolved cold case.
They just kind of were like, they're around in the orbit of the guy that got killed. Okay,
right.
Gotcha.
So here's some of the lyrics from the song.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm going to read them. I'm not going to try to rap
come
them
on.
or anything like that. Nope. Sorry. Okay. So it's going to sound a little weird, but it says, I be the reason why he's dead. We still...
Why he's dead. Okay, there you go.
Please, God, that's awful.
This is why
I'm sorry, all of your listening of Run DMC is not helping you here. It's just not...
I always tell my kids my rapper name is J Sus, like Jesus. And they're like,
oh, God. I can't.
Your last name isn't Christ. It's like Crisp. Duh. Jesus. Crisp. All right.
I don't know how you're talking with a straight face right now.
It's been going on for a long time. All right. I want to hear the lyrics. Okay.
I be the reason why he's dead. We still taunt him when he die. Not the reason he's dead. So celebrate the reason why his mama cry. Cold.
Whoa.
That's pretty cool. Right.
Whoa.
Okay. But
don't bring mama into this.
Right.
Jeez.
Right. That's
rude.
Right. He said, brought it with that fire. Hear that see your body twitching.
Jesus. See?
Did you hear my dog just whine in the background? Like she's not liking this at all.
That. She's like,
sorry, Blue. Yeah, that was pretty cold. But they said based on how Randall died, like he probably would have been twitching. Like this tracks, right?
God. And to write a song about it, that's just like
right. Another lyric was parked the car, double back on feet, the smartest way to slide, drove in, double lock your man, make sure you got your bod. So basically they're like, yeah, they parked up
Parked up the street.
Someone parked up the street and walked back to the scene. That tracked.
Oh
right?
my God, what an idiot.
Okay.
All right.
Then in the song, Kenjuan refers to a nickname that apparently the victim, Randall Wallace, went by.
Oh my God. Just keeps
this
getting
is
better.
Why he's a dumbass.
Yes,
okay.
This is okay. Perfect.
He was a person of interest, but he was not a wanted man. They didn't have anything on him. Right. But they had all this. And then basically the video was like a play-by-play of what
happened, of how they murdered him.
Right.
So like, I know he wants street cred, but releasing a rap video to do it, because I mean, that's basically
right.
You know what?
Did he think the police didn't watch YouTube? I don't understand. I think
they do. I think they do.
Oh my God.
What? They track our social media?
Why
that would be too smart. Right. Okay.
So Kenjuan McDaniel was arrested a month after he posted his own music video.
Oh my God. A month.
Right? A month later, they're like, we have enough to arrest him now. His bond was set at $1 million.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I found so many articles on this, but I could not find any info on his case or the trial after September of 2023. So I don't know. Okay. And this just happened. Like, he was just arrested.
So
I don't think so. I'm curious to watch for this and see if they have enough evidence now to like, or if they're able to use him as a person of interest and then build their case a little bit more or something. I don't know, but
hopefully they took the video down so he's not getting money for doing this.
Oh God, I hope not. Yeah. I hope not. I hope they took the video down. I didn't try to look for it or look at it.
Right. Because that would totally
come on, man. Like, there were no witnesses.
That's why he was like, I'm not getting the street cred. I got to put out a music video about it so that people know I did it.
There you go. Right. What an idiot, right?
Yeah.
So,
well,
that is dumbass number one. Kenjuan McDaniel. So, okay. So I found info on this on iHeart.com, like our iHeartRadio. People.com. This made it to People.
Wow.
New York Post and CNN.
People love dumbasses.
I could not find anything past. They were like, yep, this is enough to arrest him, but I don't know what happened after.
I don't know what happened.
So I don't know. Maybe nothing yet. Maybe he hasn't gone to trial yet, and that's the problem.
That could be why. We'll have to keep watching.
I wonder if his friends in the music video were the same friends that were with him at the crime.
Oh wow, maybe that's why.
And they're gathering that. I don't know, but I wonder. Like, did they all reenact it, or did he get different friends, or? And how bad do
dumbasses?
Right? How bad do Randall's friends feel for running off? Right?
Like, it showed us.
Or do they feel like they dodged a bullet? Literally,
they did both, but still, at the same time, like, get your friend to run with you, or what do you do? Those are hard situations. Sometimes I'm glad I'm not a dude, because you got to be tough, act tough.
Right. And if you didn't kill him, then you're really an idiot. Like, then you're really stupid.
Totally. You just made yourself a target. Anyway. All right.
So
are you ready for the next story?
Dumbass number one. Let's hear dumbass number two.
Okay, dumbass. I called this guy the Facebook fool. I mean, there's a lot of those out there, but okay.
Which one?
I am one of them. Yeah. So in 2013, 31-year-old Derek Medina, he posted a picture of his dead wife on his Facebook page, along with
not a picture of her dead, but just she had already deceased.
No.
Oh, a picture of
her dead body, saying, saying, quote, I'm going to prison or death sentence for killing my wife. Love you guys. Miss you guys. Take care, Facebook people. You will see me in the news. My wife was punching me, and I am not going to stand anymore with the abuse. So I did what I did. I hope you understand me. So they're like, okay, we're going to go arrest this guy.
Whoa. Yeah. I mean, there are people that feel like they got to post everything on Facebook, right? I mean, like, they got to post, this is what I ate today. It doesn't,
I really enjoy my Doritos. Yeah.
I worked out, and it doesn't count unless it's on Facebook. Like, it doesn't, right?
Yes.
This is
going a little far. This was, I think, the beginning of his defense. Oh, she was punching me, so I had to kill her. Here's Facebook evidence. I don't know. But after he's arrested.
That's my evidence. That's my defense. Hey, I said it was self-defense. I posted it on Facebook. That makes it real.
along with a picture of her body right there. So obvious. Yeah. But after he's arrested, I know, he picks a picture of her. He tells cops that he's forced to kill his wife. She was 27. Her name was Jennifer Alfonso, and it was because of years of physical abuse. He said he shot her while they were having a fight because she had cornered him with a knife in their kitchen. Mind you, Derek is 6 foot, maybe over, and he's 200 pounds, and she's this little small thing.
Okay.
So, yeah. So police are like, okay, great. And at his trial, he is charged with murder. They're able to show that Derek had vowed to kill his wife if she tried to leave him, which she had told friends she was going to do. Because I'm sure he put it on Facebook. He was probably like, I'm going to kill her, kill that bitch if she tries to leave me. Yeah.
What else has he posted?
Plus, the ME had been able to prove that all 8 shots he fired at her were fired downward while she was on her knees in the kitchen. That doesn't sound like she's punching him and shit.
What if she was on her knees trying to cut off his penis?
That would have been helpful, but not shoot worthy.
Sorry, I was trying to picture why he would feel like he was
right in danger.
Yeah,
I think he's been
also self-defense. 8 shots, man. That's a lot for self-defense.
Good point.
Usually you just want the person to stop.
Right? Yeah. No, pretty sure he wanted her dead.
Ooh, wow.
So then at his sentencing trial, he claimed he had this rambling thing he went through at the end. And, they were allowed to say what they want during their sentencing trial. And he says he can't get a fair trial because of some movie that had come out, and it must have referenced him and his case. I don't know, before it came out before he went to trial. And then his other giant point was that he's going to be suing the world because didn't get the world for not giving him a fair trial. So we're all in danger, peeps. We're all in danger of being sued by
I don't remember getting served. Interesting. Okay.
Yours probably hasn't come around yet. I mean, there's billions of us. Yeah. So yeah.
It'll take a while.
It's going to take a while. And he also said that President Obama, who was president at the time, needed to focus on corruption. So that was his other platform. But
chop, get cracking.
Come on. This is why I killed someone, so I can be noticed. But then he ends up getting life in prison without the possibility of parole, thank goodness.
And I still haven't been served.
I know. I don't know if you guys have been served, let us know, but I still haven't gotten my sue the world.
I'm guessing to sue the world, there's got to be, just the sheer amount of paperwork. It's just...
that lawyer's going to be rich.
Right.
It's going to be like the world's first quadrillionaire. Yeah.
Exactly. You give me names, and for every name, I'm going to need $1,000. Right. So just start listing them.
It's a lot.
Right?
Maybe you can do it by town and by state and or even just by country. So it's easier, simplify the process.
It's going to be really hard to sue people from other countries too, when they have different governments and it doesn't work.
Right.
The logistics it's not good.
And the Aboriginal tribes or whoever that are still not using internet or anything, they're not going to know what the hell hit them. I don't know.
They just walk up into a field and someone hands them a piece, like a manila envelope and you've been served, and they're just like,
or that one island where they kill anyone that tries to come to it. Have you heard about? They're an old tribe, and they know the last time people visited them, I think they brought them a plague or something, so they don't allow people to come to their island anymore.
Don't blame them.
Very old tribe, yeah. And so if someone
we don't
tries
have
to come
vaccines
up,
or antibiotics here, so you guys stay away, okay?
Fuck off. So literally, they kill people. So that guy, they're never getting served. They'll have to drop them from a plane, little pamphlets.
Really? Okay. Wow.
Anyway,
all right.
So I got those stories from CBS News and the Miami Times, and that is the Facebook fool.
That's the
Derek. Yeah.
He's pretty stupid.
Really dumb.
Stupid. All right.
Okay. I'm ready for the third.
Dumbass number 3.
Yes.
His name is Edward Attis, or Attis, Ates, Attis. Okay. I'll just say Attis. In 2016, 65-year-old Edward Attis was arrested for the murder of his son-in-law, 40-year-old Paul Dunsack. Okay, so he was arrested for murdering his 40-year-old son-in-law.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah, dads get mad. They want to protect their daughters.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So Edward and Paul had gotten into a heated argument over Edward's daughter, Paul's wife,
how did I
Stacy.
call
Right?
that?
See,
Yeah,
you totally called
yeah.
it, right? So
Okay.
I don't know what the argument was, but they got into a heated argument. Okay.
Okay. Probably
dishwasher.
Dishwashers.
Dishwasher. Okay. Who's not doing the household chores?
Right. Come on, man.
So Paul and Stacy lived in New Jersey, and
Okay.
Edward lived in Florida because 65. He was
Oh yeah.
living in Florida,
Okay, snowbird.
right? Okay.
Got it.
So they accused Edward of driving from his home in Florida all the way up to New Jersey, breaking into the house,
Wow.
and waiting in the basement for Paul to come home.
Jeez.
And then they said when he did, he ran up the stairs and shot Paul in the upstairs hallway.
Wow.
Okay.
That dishwasher incident must have been very.
It was a very heated argument. It was very
wow.
heated. Okay.
Okay.
So, all right. So far, this all sounds relatively normal.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. But at
as
the
normal
trial,
as murder can be, I guess.
Right. Exactly. At the trial in 2009, the prosecution presented evidence showing that Edward had used his home computer to research 22 caliber handguns. This is pretty dumb, right?
Yeah. At least put it on private mode. I don't know.
Right.
Not that probably helps. Who knows?
Well, he also researched how to pick locks, how to build silencers.
Wow.
And he visited this nifty little site called How to Commit the Perfect Murder.
Oh.
All of this, not so smart, right?
Honey.
So because he was kind of a dumbass about this, the defense had to get creative, if you will.
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
Okay.
Is he a podcaster?
Yeah. So the defense argued that Edward, who was 65 years old, 5'8", and weighed 285 pounds, was too fat to have committed the murder.
I don't know. You're just picking up a gun. You're driving someplace, picking up a gun.
It was the obesity defense.
Yeah.
He was too fat. Okay.
I don't think that counts. If you're having to run up a mountain, maybe to tackle someone and kill him, but.
Right. Well, and when they said that, I'm like, is he 600 pounds? He was 285 pounds.
That's not that.
Granted, he's 5'8", okay, and he's older, but
that's not.
They said that he was morbidly obese. I don't know. So I guess his BMI said that he was morbidly obese, right?
Pretty much all of us. Yeah.
Right. Okay. He suffered from diabetes. Okay.
Yeah.
He had asthma and sleep apnea. That's like,
I could throw a stone and hit people. Right. That's all that age. Yes.
He lacked the energy it would take to drive the 21 hours straight from Florida to New Jersey.
It's not like you're biking there.
I know, right? He didn't
of course
walk.
You can do that. Yeah. What? Okay.
And they said he would never have been able to run up the stairs of the home and accurately shoot a gun. He was too fat to do all of these things.
Come on.
And he sat there and let them say this about him.
Yeah, well, he's like, yeah, whatever, get me out of this.
Right?
That's bullshit. I'm pretty freaking fat, but if I need to run up some stairs quick, I can do it.
Right. You could, right. I mean, you might have to sit down afterwards.
Yeah,
I get
I'll probably need to take a break halfway up, but stay there. I'll be there in a minute.
Just give me a minute. Let me get my inhaler. Hold on. I just need a moment. Right, exactly. They had a doctor testify that running up the stairs would have taken such a toll on him that his hands would have been shaking and he wouldn't have been able to shoot a gun accurately.
Come on, you're how far away are you? It's not like they're a football field away. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Paul was shot once in the leg from an upward angle. So someone coming up the stairs, right? And then there were several more fatal shots that were far more accurate. So I don't know if he shot him in the leg and then,
yeah, he got a couple breaths of air and he's like, okay,
got the inhaler, right?
Yeah, he set his wide stance.
But Paul was shot from only 4 feet away.
It's hard to miss at that range. I'm just saying. I could probably miss.
It was pointed out that this flight of stairs was 4 steps.
Oh, I'm thinking my whole basement stairs, right? At least 10 steps, at least 4.
4 steps.
Oh, that's not even
crawled
steps.
it.
Is that even a staircase. I don't know. That's like
No,
going
does that
in
even
from your
count?
garage.
It's like a landing.
No,
Does
yeah.
that-
It's like I have 2 steps that come in from my garage, and I don't really even consider that a step. But
Right.
okay.
You don't consider like, I gotta rest. There's like 2 steps here.
Damn.
But
Okay.
the jury deliberated for 2 days.
Oh boy. They were believing it a little bit, huh?
I don't know if like when he was waiting for the trial, if he was just down in gummy bears and drinking Coke and just trying to fatten up so he looked like a big slob for
I would.
trial. I don't know, but here's your
They
chance,
should have been
man.
like, okay, we got to reenact this. Get up.
Right.
Yeah, they should have brought out the treadmill, had him, or the stair
walk
stepper.
on the treadmill. Yeah. For just a minute and see what
Yeah,
happens.
see what happens.
And then make him fire a
see how
Nerf
good
gun and see how accurate he was. Right.
I'd go to that.
They did ultimately find him guilty.
Okay, good.
They're like, all right, you know what? I don't know if maybe they all like went and did a little mini obstacle course reenactment and we're like, yeah, okay, if we could do it, right? I don't know. But he was found guilty of murder and burglary, and he was given the maximum sentence, which means he won't be eligible for parole for 66 years.
Oh,
so
I don't
basically
think he's making it out.
like doubling his lifespan.
Absolutely.
He's not going to make it out. It's not a life sentence.
Oh, man. All right. Well, good.
But that was the story of Edward Attis, who was too fat to kill.
Pretty sure I could do that. So,
too fat to commit murder.
Fat.
Right. So,
okay.
Right. So that was a story I got from cbsnews.com and abcnews.go.com.
Nice.
So, yep, too fat.
Too fat to murder. Too fat to murder, bitches.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Let me find the next story.
Give us dumbass number 4, please.
All right. So this is Randy Kraft.
Randy Kraft.
Randy Kraft.
Is he crafty? Obviously not. He's the dumbass of the story.
Crafty. No, he wasn't. So he's known for his murder spree that lasted nearly a decade, from the early 70s into the early 80s. So he wasn't too stupid at first, I think.
At first.
But he did kill
downhill after that.
He must have started doing some drugs or something. But he killed at least 16 young men. But,
oh my.
But it's thought that he actually had killed over 50, possibly. So he had gotten the nickname the scorecard killer after he was caught. It was discovered that he had literally kept a kind of scorecard that was written in code referencing various aspects of his victims. Like some of them are initials for the victims that he killed, while others were like various ways that he had mutilated their bodies. I mean, this sicko's a freak,
and he kept track of it. That was
little. I mean, that's
dumb.
Stupid enough. But at least he coded it. But it gets better. It wouldn't be until 1983, after he had murdered several more victims, that the California Highway Patrol, they caught sight of somebody driving erratically down I-5, Interstate 5, and after this dude's like driving like shit, and he performs an illegal lane change. They're like, oh, okay. This
is what
drunk.
Takes him down, an illegal lane change.
Yeah. They're like, this dude's drunk. We got to pull him over.
Right. Yeah.
So they pull him over. There's a dead body in the passenger seat by him. Yeah, I'm just taking a joyride with my friend. Yeah.
Did he put him there because he was trying to use the what is that lane? Oh my God. When you give somebody a ride, why can't I think what that's called?
Yeah, now I can't either. Carpool lane.
He was trying to use the carpool lane.
Maybe that's why. Yeah, but yeah, they find this dead body in his passenger seat, and then they uncover a mountain of forensic evidence, including blood from other crimes, numerous Polaroids of victims, and the affirmation scorecard detailing his crimes. So they were able to find, I mean, he'd been doing this for over 10 years, had killed maybe over 50 people.
And because he forgot to use his turn signal to change lanes. See, people.
And he's weaving. And he had a dead body in his passenger.
I get so mad at people who don't use their damn turn signal.
I do too. And this is what can happen. They can find your bodies.
Okay.
They can find your body.
Right.
Yeah. They can find that body you've been trying to take to the dumpster or wherever you were taking it.
You're not allowed to use the carpool lane if the person you're carpooling with is not alive. That's not how this works.
Does it work when you have? So I've seen people with those blow up things.
I've heard of that, putting a blow up
I wonder if it actually works.
Do you know what my husband has that someone gave him as a gift? He's got an inflatable Buddy the Elf.
Yeah, that should work, right?
And that sits in his passenger seat. So when he's driving around, there's like this inflatable Buddy the Elf.
Tell him to go try the try the carpool lane, see if it works. Yeah, let us all know.
Oh God. Yeah.
Anyway,
so that's what it made me think of.
That's perfect. Maybe we need to start that. Anyway, yeah. So I'm thinking this guy could be a full episode of hearing about some of the shit he did, but I hadn't even heard of him.
No, I hadn't heard of him either.
Right. That story came from top10s.net.
Oh.
Yeah.
Top10s.net. All right.
Yeah, they have a lot of top 10s.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
This next one's 5. A little longer because I kept finding stuff on it. And this one probably could have been an episode, but I don't want to think about this guy anymore.
Okay, good.
Not because because he made me so mad.
Oh,
I really don't like this guy.
It's one of those. Okay.
Okay. I really don't like this guy. Okay.
Let's hear about this guy.
Dumbass number 5 is Ethan Couch. Okay.
Okay.
On the evening of June 15th, 2013, 16-year-old Ethan Couch is partying with friends at his home in Burleson, Texas. Okay. They'd been drinking since about 6 p.m.
Damn.
And they decide to go out and pick up a few more friends and then go stop at a Walmart to steal 2 more cases of beer. Just never mind the fact that
go steal it. Okay.
Ethan is rich. He comes from an incredibly wealthy family. So, and they had alcohol. They just went to steal it for fun.
Funsies. Yeah.
Right. They didn't need to steal it. They could have paid for it, whatever. Well, maybe they had to steal it because he was 16 and he wasn't supposed to be drinking. Because
that could be why.
The legal age is 21 there, but I'm sure he could have paid somebody to do it.
Absolutely.
Anyway.
Totally could have.
So Ethan's a bit of a troublemaker because he had the run of his 4,000 square foot house to himself.
Oh, damn.
Because his very wealthy parents had already moved to an even bigger house that was referred to as a compound that was 7,000 square feet in Fort Worth.
That sounds like so much work.
They built a big, I'm sure they got people to do it for them.
I know, but still.
Right? But so they built a nicer place, a bigger place in Fort Worth, and they let their 16-year-olds
I figured they just abandoned him there.
At home.
They're like, Ethan, you're an asshole. Stay here.
He came from some serious money, and he was a very rich brat. Okay.
Oh, fun. All right.
So on this night when he is partying with his friends at his house, literally his house, and then they go and steal more beer and pick up friends. They go back to the house, and after a few more hours of more drinking, smoking pot, they took some Valium.
Oh,
Ethan
and pass out by now.
Right?
Okay.
Man. Okay.
Yeah.
Ethan and 7 friends climb into his father's 2012 Ford F350 pickup. Big ass truck, right?
Great. After all their drinking and smoking.
Right?
Okay. Fun.
So there were 6 of them in the cab and 2 of them were in the flatbed.
Oh, no. Oh, fuck. All right. Okay. That's illegal in itself anyway.
Right.
But okay.
Exactly.
Not that I did it. Child a lot.
Just a few houses down from Ethan's house, okay? Around 11 p.m. 24-year-old Brianna Mitchell had, I believe she blew out a tire on her SUV and spun out, and she was stalled on the side of the road.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Okay. This is just 7 houses down from Ethan's house.
So they couldn't even, yeah, okay.
Okay. This is it's a more rural road because there's some very large houses with big properties there.
Yeah.
Right. But it's still like residential because there's like driveways everywhere, right? These are, it's all lined with houses.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. So she spins out and she's kind of on the side of the road. Okay. She's only 24. And it's in front of the home of it's the Boyles residence. Holly and her 21-year-old daughter, Shelby, heard something happened out front. So they ran and they see this woman there, a young woman. Okay. So they ran out, to see if they could help her or whatever. And so Brianna's calling for roadside assistance or whatever. Okay. And then at the same time, a 41-year-old youth minister named Brian Jennings happens to be driving by.
Okay.
And he sees stalled SUV and 3 young women standing on this driveway. So he also pulls over to see if he can lend a hand.
Chivalrous.
Exactly.
Mile. Okay.
And he was actually at a church, some kind of church party function thing down the streets. And so he had 2 young kids from his church in the back of his car.
Oh my God.
Okay. And he says, you guys sit tight. I'm just going to see if these,
heck yeah. Yeah.
if they need anything, right? But you guys just stay here.
Okay.
So he gets out, he's checking to see if they need anything. This is when Ethan Couch and his 7 friends come recklessly driving, doing about 70 in a 40-mile-an-hour lane.
Because they're privileged, they own all the road and they don't give a fuck.
This is 7 houses down. So it's not like they were out and they were like, then they sped up. Like he came tearing out of his house.
Flying. Oh, great.
2-lane streets. He's swerving because he's
trashed. Yeah.
He swerved into a ditch before popping back out and hitting Brianna's stalled SUV.
Oh God.
Then he plowed into the 4 people standing there on the driveway, right into them. Okay. Then hit Brian Jennings' parked ar with the 2 kids inside.
Oh my God. It's like he's pinballing.
And then there were differing stories. Some said that was the end of it, but there was another story that said that Jennings' car was then pushed into an oncoming Volkswagen Beetle that also had 2 people in it.
Oh my God. Right.
And
Holy
Ethan's
shit.
truck flipped and then smashed into a tree.
Jesus Christ. And you'd think like this being a rural area, it's like everybody converged at the exact wrong moment. Holy shit. Okay.
Exactly. Brianna Mitchell, Brian Jennings, Holly, and Shelby Boyles, they were all killed instantly.
Oh my God.
Because he just 70 miles an hour right into all 4 of them, right? Ethan and his friends, none of them were wearing seatbelts, right?
Yeah.
2 were in the flatbed, right?
Oh my God.
They were injured, but they all survived. However, one of them ended up completely paralyzed.
Oh, Jesus.
I would have to assume it was one of the ones that was in the flatbed.
I would
be my guess, right?
Too. Oh,
the 2 kids in Brian Jennings' truck, they they got hurt, but they were okay. And the people in the Volkswagen were also okay. Everybody's car was totaled. Everybody got injured.
Holy shit.
But those 4 people died. And then someone else was permanently paralyzed.
Tell me
2 neighbors
are responsible for a little bit of this. Anyway, okay. Of course not. You can buy your way out if you're rich enough. But.
Right. 2 other neighbors, from this area were like, they hear all this and they come running out. Right. And I actually saw this on a little mini video. There's just people were thrown everywhere. Right.
Yeah. Oh God.
Okay. Well, the one neighbor runs up to this young man that's laying in a ditch. Right. And is like, are you okay? Are you okay? Well, this is Ethan.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
And they're like, are you okay? Are you okay? Because they don't know what happened.
Are you the driver? I'm going to push you farther into this ditch. No.
Right.
Sorry, people. That was me.
Right.
Yeah.
So this kid answers, hey, I'm Ethan. I can get you out of all this. Just remember my name.
What get you out of all this? What?
Sounds to me like a very privileged, rich kid who's used to paying his way out of stuff.
Totally. She's like,
and he's like, I wasn't even in this. This guy was like, I wasn't even in one of these cars. I didn't do anything. I'm here seeing if anybody needs any help.
Right. He's like, you're offering me help, dude.
When he said that, he was like, this is odd.
You must be the one.
Hey man, I'm Ethan. I can get you out of all this. Like, he's not even aware that he did anything wrong. Wow. He's like, he doesn't.
He's just 3 shits to the wind. Like our old story.
Not 3 shits to the wind. Exactly. Oh, he's more than that. 3 hours after the crash, Ethan Couch's blood alcohol content was 0.26, which is 3 times the legal limit of an adult driver.
Oh my God, dude.
And this was 3 hours after it happened.
Good God.
He was just blind ass. Plowed. Yeah, exactly. Also, he tested positive for marijuana and Valium.
Well, yeah, because but how did they not?
I don't even know how he got.
Like, didn't they take some uppers somewhere?
I don't know. I don't even know how he made it into the car.
That's what I'm thinking.
Put it into gear. Like,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I couldn't make it, and I'm 4 times his weight. I'm sure.
Right. Right. I don't know how. I don't know how his body processed that. Like, anyway.
Anyhow. Okay.
He was charged and pled guilty to 4 counts of intoxication manslaughter and 2 counts of intoxication assault.
Okay, for the kids.
In juvenile court.
Oh.
He did not go to adult court. He went to juvenile court.
Okay.
Prosecutors were pushing for the maximum sentence of 20 years in prison. They're like, that's what this guy
he needs a wake-up call. Like, serious.
But at sentencing, Ethan's attorney asked the judge for lenience due to affluenza, which he said was a psychological illness affecting people by their privilege or wealthy upbringing.
Oh, it was as in affluence, like as being affluent.
Yeah. He's too rich to know any better.
I've come down with the affluenza.
Exactly. Right?
That's ridiculous.
I don't even know how they said it with a straight face in court. Just FYI, affluenza is not recognized as a medical condition.
Good.
There is no such thing.
I'd be like, what?
Okay.
I have the opposite. What's that? Paparazza.
Paparazza, yeah. Ethan's attorney said that Ethan lacked a moral compass, being the product of profoundly dysfunctional parents.
I would say.
And that he didn't know right from wrong due to his family's wealth. That his parents had taught him that if he hurt someone, he could just give them money to fix it, which sounds very much like what happened when he was in the ditch, right?
And I'm sure they did teach him that, but
it
doesn't make it right.
Very obvious that they
make
did.
it a disorder.
And because of that, Ethan really should go to rehab, not jail.
How about go to jail? How about let's prison and then add some some rehab in there?
Maybe a little bit of both, but he killed 4 people and injured 2 others.
And he needs to learn this lesson, otherwise he's going to keep doing it. And other wealthy affluenza people will as well.
On December 10th, 2013, just 6 months after the fatal crash, the juvenile judge gave Ethan 10 years probation.
Oh, probation.
No jail time.
Oh,
no rehab.
My God. Of course. So he got out of it again. That's just.
So, I mean, I don't have any information that says that they paid off the judge, but boy, doesn't it sound like that?
Boy, it sure sounds good. Yeah, it worked again.
And the victim's family and the public were outraged because they're like, okay, they feel like this was on purpose. He pled guilty so that a judge would sentence him, because if he had gone in front of a jury, there's no way.
Yeah. Oh,
there's no way he would be one.
Totally.
So 10 years probation is what he got.
Does that even mean like not even house arrest or, anything?
So they didn't specify what the parameters of the probation were. Okay. But I'm sure it didn't count for this. 2 years later, on December of 2015, 2 years after his official probation, Ethan Couch, who is now 18, still under the legal limit of 21, was filmed at a party playing beer pong. Total violation of his probation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. The video was posted on Twitter.
Oh, good.
And went viral.
Yes.
And yes, people in law enforcement do watch Twitter and YouTube, right?
Yeah.
However, by the time his parole officer got word of the video, Ethan had disappeared.
Oh, interesting. He's like, oh, that got out there. I guess I'll fly to my luxury yacht outside the Mediterranean.
How did you know? He and his mother, who also didn't apparently know right from wrong, took off to Puerto Vallarta. And they were hanging out in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico for a good 3 weeks, hiding out. And I'm sure it was really hard.
I'm sure really difficult.
Right?
They were in a hostel, no beds.
Oh yeah. No, they were in an apartment, and they got caught because she ordered a pizza. Apparently, I'm guessing she used her credit card.
Yeah, and maybe her real name,
and it was flagged, right?
Oh.
So they found him in Mexico. His mother, Tanya, was charged with money laundering. I don't know what that had to do with this.
Yeah.
I don't know, but obviously, like I said, the moral compass runs.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. There's no moral compass for generations here. Right. No. Yeah. Okay. So she was charged with money laundering and preventing capture of a fugitive.
Oh, okay, good. Good. She's finally
And
paying for something.
this time he's 18. So an adult court judge ordered Ethan to serve 180 days in jail for each victim, which was a total of 720 days, which is still not quite 2 years.
Okay.
For 4 people that he murdered.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
He was released on April of 2018 with a much stricter supervision. This time, he had an alcohol monitoring patch, an ankle monitor, a camera-equipped ignition interlock device.
Oh, good. Yes, we've seen those before. All right.
And a 9 p.m. curfew. Which for an 18-year-old has got to be, well, 18, 19, 20. He's probably 20, 21 now.
Even some of my college classes didn't end until 9. So that could be
I was like, seriously?
That could be a problem, but okay.
My daughter takes viola lessons, so we're not even done with that until 8:45. So
that's pushing
hard.
It. That's pushing it.
So a year after that, his ankle monitor was allowed to be removed.
Okay.
But 9 months after that, he went to jail for violating his parole again because he tested positive for marijuana. So no, none of this is clicking.
This bitch cannot get it. He's like, I'm still better than you all. Why do you keep coming after me?
He's still got money. So
yeah. Mm-hmm. So he's still better
so
than
unfortunately, his parole ended in December of 2023, and he is now a 26-year-old free man. So if you are living in Texas, be careful because this asshole is out there driving.
Be sure to get paid off well.
Mm-hmm.
If he does something to you. Jesus.
Yeah, he's got the money to pay you off. So yeah, that's why I did not want to make him a full story because
he sounds like a real douche
canoe. Yeah, he's definitely a real douche canoe. Oh, absolutely.
Base up,
right? Oh. No, he hasn't learned anything. There's obviously no guilt from killing 4 people. You can't ignore the law because you don't know any better. That's not how that works. I'm sorry, I didn't know I wasn't allowed to kill somebody. My bad. You can't.
You have all the resources available to you, son, to learn this.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, that's
You're not 3 and you didn't know that you weren't supposed to put your grilled cheese into the VCR. Oh. Like, come on. Like, I'm too stupid to know any better. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm too wealthy to know any better.
Too wealthy. No.
So
he knows
that's why
than all.
There's way more information on this, but I didn't want to spend that much time on this asshole.
No, he sounds like a douche. Cool. Where'd you hear about it?
Oh, yeah. He was, there was a lot. abcnews.go.com, WFAA.com, CBSnews.com, Wikipedia, all things interesting. Everybody's covered him.
Oh, man.
I was like, he's kind of
all the innocent people.
I know.
Just standing out there trying to help a girl.
This is worse. So the mom and daughter, who's the house that this happened in front of that ran out there. Okay. So they were home with the husband and it was the day before Father's Day.
Oh.
And he heard the accident, ran to the window and went out to see what was going on.
Oh, and
he said
family
he saw his daughter because people were, they were hit, they were thrown. And he said he could not process what he was seeing.
Oh,
because it didn't, like, he knew it was her, but it didn't look like her because of the way she had been.
Oh, I bet. Oh, I can't even.
But this asshole is barely coming to, going, just remember my name. I can get you out of everything. Just remember my name.
What a piece of shit. Mm-hmm. Guarantee didn't give a shit about those people. Like, I killed him. Sorry. Here's some money.
Yeah.
Gross.
So anyways.
Okay.
Dumbass number 6.
Dumbass number 6. I called this one egging it on. All right. Yeah. Okay. So this I kind of found mostly on Reddit about people talking about this because I was like, and it's not a murder. It's not a murder.
Okay. But it's still a true dumbass.
It's a true dumbass. Okay. So this, and also the reason for getting arrested was kind of stupid. But there's this 17-year-old kid and he is arrested for egging Justin Bieber at a concert.
Wait, what?
Throwing eggs, egging Justin
Bieber. Threw eggs.
Apparently, he had he was charged with trespassing also because he had been breaking and entering because he had entered the concert hall, had snuck up to the roof, and somehow, like those rafters and stuff that are above, he was dropping eggs from above.
Down during a concert?
Down on the Bieber.
How would you? with the security and stuff. How would you get up there?
I don't know how he got up there. This was in Sydney, Australia, so kind of hilarious.
Maybe it's a little more loosey-goosey there. I don't know.
Maybe. I have no idea. But what makes it even funnier is that Justin Bieber himself later egged his neighbor's house.
Wait,
and
what?
I know, totally separate incident. So
not the same eggs, right?
No. Ew.
He didn't collect them and was like, I could reuse these.
Yeah, no, different ones. So he later egged his neighbor's house. The neighbor complained, saying it caused $20,000 in damages.
The hell was in these eggs? Were they hard boiled and he threw them at like crystal?
Like,
what
dinosaur eggs. I know.
Dinosaur eggs.
So ridiculous. So detectives, they serve a search warrant on Bieber's home because of this.
Okay.
I mean, this is how these people all have affluenza as well, apparently, because
granted, he was probably a young teen at the time, right? Justin Bieber, right? And I know people like to egg. No, he wasn't.
This was when he was famous, so.
But that's the problem. You can't like toilet paper people's houses and like egg people. Like if you're
famous,
are famous. That's not how you can't do that.
Yeah. So he ends up having to pay almost $90,000 in restitution.
How egg my house?
Stupid. I know. And like, really?
You'd have to level it in order to say that it was that much damage, but still, I'd take it.
Like, totally. Like, really? How do you? I don't know. It sounds like this neighbor's kind of a douche can do too. But he also had to pay $350 in vandalism fines and serve 5 days of community service. Oh, and he had to attend a 12-week anger management program. All of this is more than that freaking Ethan kid had to do.
Yeah, you're right. It is. Oh my God, you're right. It is. Apparently, he didn't know how to pay people off.
Yeah, he didn't do it right.
You should talk to Ethan.
Yeah, he should talk to Ethan. He was just like, dude, I feel bad.
Oh
Sorry, man. I was having a party. I egged your house. $20,000 in damage. Plus then having $90,000 in restitution. What is it? Causing PTSD or something? I don't
know. This guy can't walk near the egg section in the grocery store because he gets all like, right?
Flustered.
Right.
Having flashbacks to eggs.
He's in a restaurant. Someone asks him how he wants his eggs. He starts to have a panic attack. Right.
Not on my house. Just not on my house. So ridiculous. I know. So it's just funny. Like Justin Bieber must have a thing with eggs now after someone tried to egg him. I just thought it was so stupid that first and I don't know how mad he was. I think he kept going with his concert when he was egged. It's not like he stopped the show or anything, but
it could have ended up being like an assault or murder charge if, like, say he had been allergic to eggs.
Oh,
because then that would have been a deadly weapon.
That would have been bad. Totally.
Because I know people that are allergic to eggs. That could have been bad.
Yeah. Although I don't think he took after that guy much. You know, I think it was mostly the concert, the place that did it. He was probably like, whatever, kid having fun.
Oh my God.
Sounds like a good idea. I think I'll egg my neighbor's house.
I can't believe that
in restitution.
I can't believe that he had a harsher sentence.
I know, than that little douche canoe.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy.
Anyway, so it's a short one, but mostly that was all on Reddit, and I did find articles referencing it all, so it did happen. But yeah.
Wow. I'd never heard about that, but I've never really been a big Bieber fan.
No. So. Well, yeah, I like some of his music, but I felt the people that were dumbest in it were the ones going after Bieber. But then again, maybe they're really smart because they got a lot of money out of it.
Because they got money out of it, right? I don't know.
But I also think it's like really stupid. If someone egged my house, I'd be like, okay, I guess I'll wash my house.
Well,
You're not throwing bricks.
I don't. Yeah, exactly. I don't.
They don't live like the rest of us.
So, right. Exactly. Right. So.
All right. So that's the end.
So that's it. So that's the first 6 dumbasses. So that concludes
more to come.
Part 1 of One Dumbass for Murder, which is actually 6 dumbasses for murder. But anyways, you will hear the rest of the dumbasses in the next episode.
Yeah, next week. Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of ODFM. ODFM is hosted by Kelly DeVries and Jenna Swanson. Editing and production is by Kelly DeVries. Theme music is by Eric Swanson. For images from each episode and more, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok with the handle ODFM Podcast. For video episodes, subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching for ODFM Podcast. If you are looking for more content, chances at prizes, and more, become a Patreon fan at patreon.com/ODFM Podcast. Subscribing to our Patreon is a great way to help us get better equipment, and our big goal is to hire an editor someday, so your contribution could really make a difference. If you can't give monthly, there are other ways you can help. Share us with your true crime friends. Word of mouth goes a long way. Or you can give us a one-time contribution through buymeacoffee.com/ODFM Podcast. We appreciate your support, and someday we hope to make ODFM our main jobs with your help.